right, welcome everybody back to Burnt Popcorn. It's me, Dr. Till, and today we are talking about The Batman, the best comic book movie to come out this... What, guys?
What the hell are you talking about? We already did this. It's like one of the first things we ever did.
God damn it. Ken, you're right. I'm sorry. Welcome back to Burnt Popcorn, guys. It's me, Dr. Till, here with Kid of the North and Johnny Rocket, and today we are talking about the best 1990s Batman. And...
What the... What?
God damn it.
Meeting?
You know what? I'm sorry. This is my fault, Ken. I apologize. I've had a lot going on this week. Fixing mowers.
You either gotta smoke more or smoke less.
Be
I don't know
manly.
what's happening. You better fix it.
You're right. You're right, Ken. I fucked up. Welcome back to Burnt Popcorn, guys. Today we are covering Superman Returns.
I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna say it. Who the hell would cover that? That movie was terrible.
Welcome, Johnny Rocket, onto Burnt Popcorn. How's it going, buddy?
It's going well. I sink to new depths every day, it seems.
Yeah, it's hanging out on my show, on two of my shows now. God damn, Johnny. I feel bad for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill myself soon.
Nice. We're gonna have to edit that one out, but awesome.
Yeah, don't worry.
I don't know why he's upset.
Don't worry
He's like
about censoring yourself. I could bleep shit.
Hell
no,
yeah.
he won't. He's not gonna bleep you out. Every time he says that, he leaves it in every fucking time.
Only when you talk about the Jews, Ken.
And all the racist stuff I say, I was like, he'll definitely cut that out. No way.
Well, half the episode's gonna be bleeped then.
I just like to make sure that everybody who watches our movie review channel has plenty of like clips of evidence of Ken being racist. So if we ever need to cancel him.
Yeah, you're fucked, Ken.
I got the kryptonite for him.
I can delete this whole thing whenever I want. I'll go like a Batman puff of smoke. I don't think you do.
No, I don't.
Is this you saying the N-word, Superman? Weakness.
Fucking Metamorpho's hand just turns into the N-word.
How would that be my weakness? That'd be like,
it's his hand just turns into you saying the N-word over and over again.
No.
Little tiny kid.
Plausible deniability is gone.
Well, welcome to Johnny Rocket to Burnt Popcorn. Johnny Rocket is the writer of the comic books The Maniak and Hellephant. An Ethan Van Sciver joint, I believe. Does he take credit for that?
Hellephant, yes. The Maniac is my own thing, but
yes.
Hellephant, that's all EVS's idea. He came up with the outline.
I feel like you guys are saying elephant wrong.
It's an elephant from hell, Ken.
Yeah, keep up,
sounds pretty
Ken.
cool, actually.
A Hellephant.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
It's a Hellephant.
It's a Hellephant.
But yeah, Hellephant and Maniac. I think the Maniac is the better of the two comic books, but that's just my personal thing. I love like the Judge Dredd kind of like like mixture of feelings. So if you guys haven't yet, you should go check out Johnny Rocket's Indiegogo. When you got the next issue coming out?
Issue 2 will be next year, but the Maniac versus Harry Liggins, which is sort of a side story, is going to come out on 9/11/2025. The Maniac makes Canada pay.
Hell yeah.
Wait, you actually get your comic books out? What kind of business model is that?
See, unlike Vito, he actually makes his books and then gives them to the people who paid for them.
Wait, there's an actual book? I always thought it was like, hey, I have this book, buy it, and then, stuff happened, and I can't give you guys my book.
Gambled all your money away on stocks. Oh, no.
Yeah, with regards to Vito, apparently his artist is a pinup artist who is used to doing like one good image, but that image takes 3 months. Yeah. And like his comic book is like 1,000 images, so that's kind of the big issue he doesn't want to talk about.
It sounds like a hiring problem.
Yeah, it's...
Well, enough about Vito. You guys are ready to talk about some Superman 2025?
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
The 2025 Superman film, directed by James Gunn, follows Clark Kent David Corenswet, already established as Superman, navigating his dual Kryptonian and human identities while facing backlash for intervening in a war between Boravia and Jarhanpur.
People are going to die!
Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult, seeks to destroy Superman's reputation, destroying a weapon called the Hammer of Boravia and his nanite-powered ally, the Engineer, to infiltrate the Fortress of Solitude, steal a message from Superman's parents, and kidnap Krypto the Superdog. The story introduces other DC heroes like Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific, as the conflict escalates with large-scale battles.
We won't like go into super detail, but there are a lot of things I want to cover. I want to cover most of the characters, and we could do like a quick summary of the actual plot. So like the beginning, we get the fucking weird crawl. It's not even a crawl; it's just text. How do you guys feel about that? I felt that was really weird and out of place.
I'm fine with it because otherwise we would have to do a Superman origin movie before this. If the solution to having the superhero movie start where they're already doing more than their origin is, here's a paragraph, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe it was just like the 3 thing kind of threw me off. Like, what was with all?
Yeah, it's just everything in threes. It's like, why
Yeah.
is this necessary? It's kind of, I get what you're saying. It was kind of like, why are they doing like this? Like a voiceover could done this probably simpler. And I don't know. I agree with you. It was kind of weird. I don't know if it, takes you out of the movie or anything. It's just like,
No,
there's probably a better way to do it.
Yeah. It was just so long. I feel like it could have been condensed down into like a single paragraph and just done it with a single like shot instead of having to do like, because they keep switching like shots and then more text pops up and you're like, oh, I'm reading more now. Okay. Didn't realize this was the beginning of Blade Runner. So he crash lands. He's kind of fucked up. He's bleeding out of his mouth and he's like wheezing real bad. And he manages to get a whistle out. And he calls Krypto, who bolts across the snow and immediately like tackles him like a dick.
Yeah.
And then like, Superman does, we've seen this all in the trailer. Superman gives him his cape and tells him to take him home. And he races him to the Fortress of Solitude. Apparently there was some cutouts, bits from when he's being drugged where they were going to drag him past dead abominable snowman, and like Superman's gonna be like, Krypto, you gotta stop killing the abominable snowman.
Yeah.
It's probably good they cut that out. I mean, that's funny, but
there's like a 4-hour version of this movie.
I don't want to see that. Nah.
I don't want to see the 4-hour version, but the version he turned in, I think was like 240. I wouldn't mind seeing that because the major difference that I've heard about is that it's divided up into days of the week, and the movie is kind of set as a day in the or a week in the life of Superman. And I find that kind of interesting.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Which, knowing that, thinking about some of the dialogue later on, where like Lex Luthor's like twice in 24 hours, like that dialogue, it doesn't sound out of place because it is like normal thing to say, especially if you've never met the person before. But like it didn't like stand out the way I think it would have if it had been like Wednesday he blows open the doors, Thursday he's in a fucking cube.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe James Gunn will do like a director's cut. I wouldn't mind having some extra stuff in there, but I don't need 4 hours.
It really depends. Like like the Yeti joke would undercut that. Like, oh wow, Superman's real fucked up, and his robots have to heal him.
Yeah.
So like, how many more of the extra stuff was jokes that sabotaged the scene?
I think there was a couple of like fight sequences that were cut out. I don't know what all was cut out of the movie, but depending on what's in it, like it could be nice to see. I've always been the kind of
It's not the Snyder cut. It's like if this movie did terribly and it was just so bad.
no, but I
Yeah,
miss the
probably more.
day when they would put out a DVD and then like 6 months later they're like, oh, and the director's cut. I'm like, oh, but
It
like
is
I'm a sucker for that shit.
it is fun to compare, and then sometimes you're like, "Wow, good job cutting this stuff out," and other times you're like, "Ah, you should have maybe kept a few of these."
Yeah, like I said when the Snyder cut finally came out, I was like, if you took like 60% of the Snyder cut and like 40% from the Joss Whedon cut, and you could somehow combine them, you'd have a pretty rocking movie. So he gets to this Fortress of Solitude. The robots have some quippy lines. This is where like the real like nitpicks with the movie of mine kind of start happening. And it's nothing about like really the plot at this point. It's all the dialogue. Like
It's
some of
very
the,
James Gunn. It's
well,
very James
no,
Gunn.
no, no.
Dialogue.
Some of the dialogue is a lot more ham-fisted than James Gunn usually delivers.
That's saying a lot because his thing is always ham-fisted.
Like the whole line about like, oh, we feed the dog, but he's unruly, and he knows in our heart of hearts that we couldn't care if he lives or dies.
Well, isn't that the robot?
Yeah, it's a robot, and it's like,
Well, the robot could be retarded. Is there another one?
I mean, Lex Luthor's lines kind of got a little cringe in the first part.
Yeah, they're very cheesy. That's why I didn't like it. I was like, he's like, your movie's only as good. Your hero's only as good as the villain, and he's very. And they're both kind of weak and fucking kind of stupid as they're being portrayed as all powerful in one, and the other one's supposed to be a mega genius, and he's acting like a fucking 19-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of my nitpicks probably come from Lex Luthor, and it has nothing to do with Nicholas Holt's performance. Nicholas Holt was great as Lex Luthor. It's just, yeah, there's we'll get to it. There's some stuff that don't make a lot of sense, but I have a retcon that could make it make more sense. So Superman gets healed with a giant magnifying glass. He finds out his dog has destroyed his Fortress of Solitude, and he flies back to Metropolis to get back in the fight with the Hammer of Baravia, who is terrorizing Metropolis and cutting buildings in half with like lasers and shit.
Mhm.
And Superman gets the shit kicked out of him, and we find out that Lex Luthor is controlling the Hammer of Baravia with like spoken commands.
Like ninja moves, like he's like playing a video game fighting Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Didn't have
he's
that,
like,
didn't have that
he's
much of
like-
a problem with it.
yeah, he's like mentally handicapped. So the implication is like a month or a year before this, they were like, okay, when I say this, do this, and like maybe tasing him or something and giving him treats.
Like a fucking dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so Luther's controlling the Hammer's moves, calling out like different moves. Apparently, this is where some of the other dialogue came in. It's like, I don't need the guy going, or the woman going, oh, it's like he knows all of Superman's moves. Oh, he does. We've created over 2,000 moves to beat Superman. I felt like all that was implied. I didn't really need
Mm.
to know that. Like, you
Them
could've
say, I understand making a move list for the guy, but saying Superman has moves, it's like can't like I feel like Superman can solve most problems with like one punch, especially if we're early in his career. So how often is he like doing like a drop kick to someone or something?
You could even have him just say, "Yeah, we've been studying Superman's like fighting since he appeared. Like we've been studying
Wasn't that
his
like
every move." But he's like, "We've developed over 2,000 moves to counteract Superman's every attack." And you're like,
isn't that like a very old argument where like if Batman had the same powers as Superman, he'd kick the shit out of Superman because Superman
yeah.
can't fight. He's just used to things breaking when he punches them.
Ken,
Yeah.
Batman consistently kicks the shit out of Superman without powers.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Like
need
Batman, I think it's like Batman knows like every martial art
Oh yeah,
or
Batman's
something.
got a kill contingency for literally every person on the Justice League.
Well, he's supposed to be
Several of them are
like
gods.
I don't know if he's the smartest man on the planet, but he's supposed to be like the greatest detective that ever lived.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why he knew before he ever meets Superman in the comics. He knows he's Clark Kent. Help me remember here. I'm going off the top of my head with it. So after he gets his ass kicked by the Hammer of Bravia again, help me remember, how does that fight end?
Hammer
good.
smashes him, like hits him downward, and he ends up in a crater in the ground. And like the Muslim guy who's a
Yep.
big fan of Superman is like, "Oh, let me help you, Superman."
Okay, so that's when that comes in. And then
Yeah, and the
hammer takes off.
Well, no, this is what he does. He flies to their secret like base tent thing and goes into that stupid worm tunnel just to end up back in the fucking building that he was like 5 feet away from.
Well, if you went directly to the building, it's like, Luthor, why is this supervillain just walking into your house?
He could have done so many other things and go all the way away from it and just go in a fucking wormhole tunnel.
That makes sense to me because he can't just walk up to Lex Luthor.
Yeah, there's many ways that you could have done that same thing. I'm honestly like, some people have problems with the pocket universe. It doesn't bother me. My first thought though, when he flies to the beach base and goes into the tent portal, and then he walks into like the pocket dimension, and there's just like a walkway to like another one. My first thought was, oh, he built nether portals. Motherfuckers in Minecraft right now.
Chicken jockey.
I was like, how many squares is he moving? But
I've never played anything Minecraft. I have no idea what you guys the hell you
in Minecraft you could build these portals to this like a hell dimension, and for every like 1 square you go in this hell dimension, you move, I think, 30 squares or something like that in the normal Minecraft world. So you can go and you can, like, if you need like fast transportation, you can build an ender portal, go through the ender portal, get to the other ender portal where you're going, and come out, and it took you like a third the time or whatever.
So you're saying he stole the idea from Minecraft?
I mean, it's honestly not that original of an idea, but it kind of did feel like Minecraft, which I don't hate. Like, I don't bother me. So yeah, we find out that the Hammer of Baravia is actually none other than Ultraman. Wasn't Ultraman the name of the guy who was on the Injustice League or whatever with Owlman?
The crime syndicate.
Yes, thank you.
He's like Superman, but a mob boss.
Yes. So there are several different versions of Ultraman, and then there's that weird guy with the mask, the bubble eyes, like it's real big, like a Japanese anime.
Ultraman, the monster that fights Godzilla. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So there's several different Ultramans.
Ultraman.
There you go. But this one is kind of just like a black. He's Black Noir.
Yes, and that makes sense to me because they're the Black Noir twist in the comics. They are not doing it in the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I like, can I spoil the Black Noir twist in the comics?
We're not there yet.
Yeah,
do you think that's foreshadowing though? What's to say that? Do you think that's foreshadowing?
Like, yeah, I think James Gunn was like, if you're familiar with comics, like I'm just stealing. He's just stealing the bit from the Boys comics that the TV show isn't doing,
which was like one of the best parts of the fucking comics. Why wouldn't you do the best part of the comic?
Reveal. It did so much shit that it answered so many questions and shit, and like actually made the character kind of sympathetic. Like, oh, I thought it was going insane.
Yeah. So we get our first look. Shortly after this, we get our first look at Clark Kent, like Superman as Clark Kent. We get the Daily Planet. We meet Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, which everybody's talking about how Jimmy Olsen's like a lady killer.
What the fuck is that? What is that in the thing? That was so stupid. I didn't understand that at all.
I've known guys like that my whole life that you would look at him and go, that guy doesn't get pussy, and then every woman just fawns over him. And you're like, I don't get it. So that really wasn't that weird to me. I was like, I've been friends with guys like that, so
I mean,
Where
how often does Jimmy Olsen have like a one-off love interest in the comics? It might have been like James Gunn went like, "Oh, he gets pussy."
maybe that could be something like that. I don't know. I'm not super
It was-
familiar with the Superman comics.
Yeah, I don't know. The guy's 5'6", and he's just like every girl that walks by is waving at him and just fucking fantasizing about it. It just seemed weird.
Oh, he's a little
It
freckly
seems like
guy.
it feels like a nerd's perspective. Like, oh, some guys just have it, some guys don't. Yeah,
mean-
but it's not some 5'6" fucking guy that and the girls just walk by. Like, I don't know. I'm not a nerd. I've never fantasized about that shit, so I don't understand.
I've
it.
also known like really lanky like dudes that don't shower and wear disgusting smelling beanies, and they just fucking clean up like crazy. And you're like, why? Why would anybody?
There's things that are like college age bullshit, but in like some like professional setting, you can't tell me the 5'6" guy is crushing puss and everybody's ignoring the
Well, he's
6'6"
kind of like the junior
underwear
staff
model.
member. I don't know exactly
Ken,
how old Jimmy Olsen's
wait.
supposed to be. Okay.
Wait, hold on, Ken. Did Jimmy steal your girl?
Huh? No, the 6'6" guy stole my girl. That's why I'm pissed. Fuck the 5'6" guy. I'd kill him.
But like, I could see him as like, not like just out of college, but maybe been there like 4 or 5 years. And so he's like still like the younger guy, and so he's still like in the younger kind of dating scene. Whereas like Clark Kent and Lois Lane are in their 30s. They're a little older. What was the deal with the sports guy? Kept calling Clark a loser. Who is that from the? Is that somebody from the comics?
Yeah, there's the sports reporter bullies Clark Kent, and he's a Superman fan. He is just flat. They just put Flash Thompson into Superman at some point. Yeah,
I see. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. I was like, I don't really remember this guy from like most of my Superman exposure comes from Superman the animated show from the 90s and like Justice League.
yeah. They did not include him in the cartoon because he's like, you don't get pussy, Kent.
Hey, he's like, I'm fucking like the top like reporter here. What are you talking about?
Oh, you said Kent. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Son of a bitch. I took that personally.
Well, Steve bullies Superman, so he would probably bully you too.
True.
All right, now I am taking it personally. Damn it, John.
So, we see Daily Planet, and then we get Date Night with Clark and Lois, and that turns into an interview. Which I like the scene overall, but there's some points where I'm just like, Superman, you're supposed to be a reporter. Shouldn't you have like seen this question coming?
Yeah, that's where I'm like, he's acting like a 19-year-old and not a 30-year-old who's done journalism for however many years.
But
like,
I can also see it's like it's your girlfriend, so maybe he wasn't expecting.
they've been dating for 3 months.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
He also did just get his head smashed in.
Yeah, he could have
True,
slight
true.
brain damage that the sun hasn't healed yet.
I did really like where Superman's bragging about how he grabbed a dictator and put him next to a cactus, and it's like, oh, I can picture that in a comic book. And Lois Lane goes, so you're saying you tortured the president? It's like, well, I mean, when you put it like that,
He didn't even say he put him on a cactus. He just put it like next to one. He almost like used a cactus to threaten him rather than actually hurt him with the cactus, which is funnier. I kind of picture him like holding the cactus and like waving it at him, like like you would with like a newspaper with a dog.
Stop invading! Stop invading! Stop invading!
I will pop you on the nose with this.
stop cactusing yourself. Stop cactusing yourself.
He's making the guy hold it and pop himself in the face. So yeah, the interview doesn't go great for Clark. He has to face some pretty hard facts about what people think of his actions over in Baravia, and he's finally being kind of confronted with the idea that when he goes out and does stuff like that, he is seen as a representative of America, and that he's making people's lives more difficult with America. But then we even get like the news briefing or the press conference of he reminded me of the British Prime Minister, but if he was like really Jewish.
Yeah.
British
Uh,
Prime.
What was the guy with the
He's-
fucking hair?
Right. And
Oh,
he's
Boris something or other.
Yeltsin.
No, the
Karloff.
British guy,
No,
Boris. What was it? The crazy the guy
Johnson.
with the crazy hair.
Johnson.
Yes, Boris Johnson.
Yeah, he looks like if Boris Johnson and Netanyahu did the fucking fusion dance.
Yeah.
and got 20 years older.
Yeah, they got in the fly transporter together and came out one
Yeah.
year.
He looks like a bad Albert Einstein clone.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you made him sound Russian, but you made him look. What are you trying to say, James Gunn? What could you mean by this? So he does his little speech about Superman's a piece of shit, and he's breaking international laws, this, that, and the other thing. Basically, calling Superman a public menace, political menace. And then literally goes leaves his little press conference, walks to his office, and I immediately knew what was gonna happen because of the big circular motif of the
Yeah.
office. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, let me guess, there's a portal behind. Oh, look, there is. So he opens a circular thing on the wall, and there's just one of those portals, and he goes into the pocket universe, and turns out he's being funded and controlled by Lex Luthor. Weird. What does James Gunn mean by a tyrannical dictatorship that is trying to
Being
kill
funded by-
defenseless civilians? It's funded by corporate interests and supervillains. What do you
That's-
mean by this, James Gunn?
That's the most fantastical part of the movie. Really.
Right? It would have made more sense if Lex Luthor was a pedophile.
Yes.
Why does he have the same haircut of the guy that runs the ADL? I don't know.
Why is there just a guy working for Luthor Corp named Jonathan Greenblatt? Like, what are you
He's
trying to
more
say,
clever.
James Gunn?
His name was Jonathan Redblot.
I don't know what James Gunn's trying to say with all this. I know this is not true, but it would be hilarious if James Gunn was secretly based and was just putting this stuff in as dog whistles. Be like,
No,
I see
I
that.
don't. I want.
see how
That'd be
far you
great,
get away
but
with
nope.
it. I know it's not true.
Eh?
I know it's not true, Ken.
Eh?
But it would be pretty funny if that was
Well,
the case.
let's hold our opinion until Ben Stein plays Zod in the sequel.
You know, it'd be hilarious. But a real big fuck you to
Bueller.
Henry Cavill is if he just brought back Michael Shannon to be Zod again. That'd be so fun. Find out that they're working together. Lex Luthor and the Prime Minister of Baravia are working together to basically provoke Superman into doing shit. And we get a scene. I don't remember if it's before or after this, but we get a scene of Lex Luthor with the State Department, and we get a first glimpse of Randall Flagg Sr., played by you want to call him Eddie Ift. That's not it. That guy's black. What the fuck is Randall Flagg's Frank Grillo? God damn it! Why could I not think of Frank Grillo's name? But you see Randall Flagg Sr. State Department doesn't trust these guys, or doesn't trust Lex Luthor, and they ask him if Lex Luthor says, "I want to house him. If we need to arrest him, I want to be the one who imprisons him. I have the means." And they said, "I thought there was no kryptonite left on Earth." That's when Lex Luthor goes like a little wink.
I have a totally ethical way to produce infinite kryptonite.
Yeah, totally ethical. Now, what would be cool in the sequel, because they've established a kryptonite shortage, it would be cool to see Lex Luthor try to synthesize kryptonite, and we could get like maybe some red kryptonite.
Or
What
pink
do you mean
kryptonite.
shortage?
Well,
He destroyed all kryptonite. That they mentioned that Superman destroyed all kryptonite a while ago.
I mean, that is pretty
Okay.
smart. Like, what? That is something I never thought about before. But why hasn't he gone around and destroyed all the kryptonite? Like, that would have
Yeah, but
solved
how
a lot
would
of
he?
his
Isn't it like
problems.
just floating in space?
Well,
Well,
that's the
on
thing.
Earth.
Is he does destroy all the kryptonite on Earth, but then there's been a couple times where it's like, more pieces of Krypton have crash landed.
Yeah.
Yeah, how does he destroy it though? He can't go near it.
Laser eyes from far away.
Yeah, just stay within like 100 feet away and just laser eyes that shit.
Yeah, but isn't that like pissing on an electric fence? Is just gonna follow the stream right back to your dick?
I don't think it can. I don't think it's a magic rock basically. I don't think it can follow. Like the laser is just a light. I don't think it can follow the light. It's like the laser eyes aren't really a part of Superman.
Yeah, if you were gonna like break down scientifically how the kryptonite works, it would be the radiation affects his cells in a way.
So if he pissed on it, it would go back to his dick, but not through his eyeballs. I got it.
no,
Okay,
no,
I'm picking up.
he would have to be within a radiation area, like Chernobyl. Like if Chernobyl was the size,
Chernobyl? Are you saying
yeah,
Chernobyl?
Chair and Noble. If Chernobyl was the size of like a book, like you could
I would know. I don't read books. So
laser
I don't,
away.
I don't get the reference.
You've seen one in your dreams.
Yeah, I never
perhaps.
lasered one.
Neither have I. Try that.
That might be a video. Can you get our subs up?
Right? So where are we at here? We've got we've met with the State Department. We've seen the Baravian Prime Minister is in on it with Lex. Is this the
Doesn't he
part
distract
where
them to go to the Fortress of
that's what I'm
Solitude?
saying. Is this the part where Glasses and Black Otis release the kaiju, the baby kaiju?
Yeah, they released
Kraken?
it. Yeah, they released a tiny monster, and then it's gigantic. Like 12 hours later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah.
Supposedly, I don't know, but that Glasses guy, I think, is connected to Bizarro. Or not Bizarro, I'm sorry, Doomsday.
All I know about Doomsday is like an alien scientist made him and kept killing him until he was almost unkillable, and then he crashed on Earth by accident. I don't know if a human guy ever tampered with Doomsday.
I'm trying to remember what version I saw where it was like a Superman clone. Oh, it was the Superman and Lois, or Superman and
Spoiler
Lois
alert.
show, where they take his Bizarro clone and Lex Luthor basically does that, kills him over and over again until he makes him into Doomsday.
Oh,
So, I mean, there's many ways, like there's many ways they've done the Doomsday shit. I don't know. I feel like Doomsday you should wait off on Doomsday a couple of movies. Like he's way in the background. That, like, I think movie 3 would be a good place to do Death of Superman, and then do like a Reign of the Superman movie, and then you do like Rebirth.
Do you think he's gonna merge the current Batman with this universe?
I don't think so. My
I don't
thoughts.
want him to.
Yeah. My thoughts on it is Matt Reeves' Batman is like a locked door and a guy with a gun. Just one guy with a gun can create a tense scene. This Superman throws a guy into a black hole. So I don't. You need like in the Arkham video games where Batman can fight like 40 guys no problem. You need that Batman.
Yeah, a little heightened reality Batman.
I don't want him. I don't want these two it looks like he's doing everything he can to merge these universes. We saw Peacemaker in this stupid fucking movie. Not the movie. I mean him being in the thing. I
Peacemaker does make a cameo. The second season, there's 2 Peacemakers in.
What? Why?
It's one Peacemaker is from the DCEU and one Peacemaker is from the DCU. They're different characters.
What the fuck is happening? What?
It's okay. So he's keeping the character and the casting, but he's resetting the continuity to the new continuity, and it's going to be part of the plot of the show. Is Peacemaker? Maybe the Peacemaker from the old universe replaces the Peacemaker from the new universe. That's
So
possible.
what does he jump like universes or something? How does that happen?
There's been several times in the comics where they do like the resets, where you get like the flashpoints, the Infinite Crisis, and shit like that. Do like the big reset.
Johnny, me and Till have had this conversation multiple times. I'm going to bring you into this. I hate this whole fucking setup because you got the Batman universe with what's that British guy's name? Who's the Batman now?
Robert Pattinson.
He's not
Robert Pattinson. He's British as fuck.
You're right.
His you got that Batman universe, you got the Penguin, this very grounded, very gritty fucking universe. You have the old universe that was supposed to be destroyed, but you still got the Peacemaker show that's still going on. That's universe number 2, and now you got his Superman universe number 3. So you have 3 fucking Batman Superman universes going on at the same time. I was like, it's fucking stupid.
Well,
yeah,
it's a couple days ago. James Gunn said the Matt Reeves Batman and Penguin that will be its own thing. Peacemaker is maybe the only thing he's keeping for his new Superman. He's
only doing that because his wife's on the show. He's only doing that, and his stupid cartoon.
John Cena's like one of
same universe.
John Cena is like one of his real life best friends, and I think that too has like his wife's there, and you get to keep your best friend around. Like,
look, I know, but you're in that universe where he just made fun of Aquaman, the Henry Cavill Superman at the end of the
Superman's
season.
I think supposed to be in the new season of Peacemaker as well. Yeah. So they're gonna play with some of the multiverse changes, and they're gonna like people who don't give a shit don't have to watch Peacemaker. It's not gonna bear.
It's just there's James Gunn, the James Gunn stuff, and then Matt Reeves. It's going to be its own thing. And keeping John Cena as Peacemaker is a little confusing, but no, it's just he's gonna be in James Gunn's universe, and he's just gonna be confused why things are different, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
That sounds convoluted and stupid.
So the kaiju starts attacking Metropolis, and Superman rushes to save people from getting squashed. That's where you get to see the little girl getting saved from all the propane tanks or the oxygen tanks, and then you get to see him like punch the kaiju in the face. You get to see the whole eyes up here shot. You know, that whole thing. And this is where we get our first glimpse of the Justice Gang with Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, Eddie, can't remember. Kathigi?
I never looked up the name.
I can't remember. I apologize to the actor, even though he's never seen this. He's a great actor. He was great as Darwin in X-Men First Class.
And then they killed him immediately.
Yeah, somehow they killed the unkillable. That was the biggest plot hole of that movie. You killed the unkillable character? That makes no sense.
It's called racism, Till.
It's like if that guy put the thing in your body, shouldn't your if your ultimate evolution, shouldn't your body absorb that and then shot it back at him?
Yeah, they should have been like, oh fuck, I thought I would survive that. I guess he was lying a little bit. Oh, it takes 10 seconds. Oh well, I killed him in 3.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, then there's like a whole comic book where he becomes like the master of the universe because he's like, I can't defeat this person, so I got to become a fucking genius or whatever the hell it was, and he just becomes like the smartest thing in the universe.
Wait, what?
So
Darwin?
Darwin?
Okay, you're saying he became God at one point, and his only movie appearance, he immediately killed.
Immediately dies from a quarter that was energized.
I never really read any of the X-Men comics. Weirdly enough, the only X-Men comic I ever read and owned was drawn by Ethan Van Sciver.
Oh, the new X-Men?
Mm-hmm. The one where you get to see Professor X's weird sister that could put her hands through, like the one that was in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, the bald bitch.
I can't remember her name. Cassandra? Something like that?
Yeah, I think Cassandra Nova, yeah.
Yes. Like, it was that one. That was the one that Ethan Van Sciver... Like, I didn't know he did that, and I lost that because it was like 4 issues. And so it wasn't like a trade paperback, but it was like all 4 issues in one booklet, and I had that for years, and I completely I lost track of it. I don't know what the fuck happened to it. And then like after I met Ethan and like kind of became internet friends with him, I saw someone post that cover, and I was like, holy shit, that's the X-Men comic I had. I didn't even know Ethan drew that. I was like, oh fuck, this motherfucker. So Superman's fighting the kaiju. Justice Gang shows up. Superman wants to save the kaiju, not kill it. And the Justice Gang immediately goes, we're gonna kill it. And they do. Mr.
Like,
Terrific eviscerates his insides with his T-spheres.
it's T-balls, yeah.
T-circles.
Suck my balls, monster. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I'm Mr. Terrific. Here are my balls.
Yep.
Suck on them.
While this is happening, Lex Luthor, the Engineer, and Ultraman all arrive at the Fortress of Solitude, and the door mysteriously opens for them with no hesitation. And the robots think Superman's home, and they get massacred by Ultraman and Engineer. And then
What did he mean by this?
Yeah. And then the most disappointing fight of the entire movie happens when Crypto attacks the Engineer and she just throws some goo on his face. And that disables him.
And
Yeah,
he
that's it.
suffocates. Yep.
Why wouldn't he laser eyes those off? Like, that's what should have happened. Like, I mean, she could have done it again and got his whole body and stopped him. But I need at least a little bit of like breaks free. Oh God, this dog's more powerful than we thought. And then get him.
Well, apparently
Cover his face for 2 seconds.
apparently the original idea was just like Superman, Ultraman. I mean, punches the shit out of him a couple
It wasn't
times.
Ultraman. It was the Engineer.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
they cut the dog punching scene because people
Yeah.
can't handle that. Apparently,
She did an interview where she said that they had to cut it out because people in the test screenings were reacting very negatively to her beating a dog.
People were throwing up.
people or women.
I mean, no one likes to see a dog get beat.
I mean, I'm here for a movie, bud. It's not a real dog.
Yeah, I want them to be evil. That'd be evil. What's more evil
Yeah.
than beating the shit out of a dog?
And
Maybe
this is
killing
where
a bunch of people that are weaker than you in a war.
this is one of my bigger problems with the plot. Lex Luthor comes all the way to the Fortress of Solitude with no actual plan other than getting there.
Well, I mean, they do end up hacking the computer, and he brought a woman who can hack anything. He's lucky there's a computer there.
Yeah, it's real that this might be one of the worst written scenes for the plot because
I had a problem with this too.
it's just like, oh, he's literally talking. He's like monologuing about, oh, I hope we'll find something here that'll damn Superman.
Well, I mean, he does think Superman is the devil, so maybe he was hoping he would find like an alien nuke or something. Like in other comics, Superman has like a bunch of weapons that he's taken from bad guys.
I get that. I told like that would have been better.
It's not unreasonable to assume that the alien god has something you can use against him in his house.
No, I'm not saying that he didn't even assume that though. He just came in and was like, "We came here looking for some way to stop Superman."
Well,
If he would have said we came like we know he stores artifacts from his home world here, so we like it's a likelihood that there will be something that could stop him here, and then you find the recording, right? Maybe you're looking through the computer for like a list of artifacts that came from Krypton with him, and then you stumble across the video message.
There should have been one line where he's like, okay, find something that can help me kill this prick. And it's like, well, there's a computer. Okay, hack it. And then, oh, there we go.
Yeah, like
it's one or two lines more, I guess, is needed.
It was just like a matter of like, you just needed a few revisions on the dialogue. Because like some of it's just so ham-fisted. We're just like
that whole scene was garbage. It was very James Gunn where Lex Luthor's walking by and shit's exploding by him. He's not even noticing it. Like that's very James Gunn, like especially the third installment of Guardians of the Galaxy, where
I honestly
gotta have all
don't
these
even remember
zoom
that
ins
one.
and explosions and shit. Well, my problem is like he has like mega robots from his are the robots from his own planet. I mean, he didn't make the robots, right?
The fortress synthesizes them.
The
All right,
spaceship
so they're
came with shit. Is
yeah,
what I
that's what I
assumed.
figured. So they're supposed to be like mega computing robots, AI or whatever you want to call them. They can't crack the code, these fucking computers, but a girl shitting out nanobytes can figure it out in like 2 seconds when they've had 30 years working on this.
I know the
That part
engineer
annoyed the shit
is
out of me.
in the comics. I don't know if she's exactly like that or if she's even a woman, but the way they did her like nanite tentacle things, like I was watching, I was like, they could make her into Brainiac. Like
Oh,
they could morph her.
Brainiac should hijack her. It's like, oh yes, this is a decent host.
Yeah, exactly. And then he
Yeah.
makes himself. Like that would be
But
cool.
I was like, okay, she's the tech girl. Yeah, she can hack a computer, whatever.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have a problem when he went back in the beginning when he fought what's it called? Mega Hammer?
Hammer of
Baravia.
Baravia.
Yeah.
Hammer of Baravia. Well, she made it to Antarctica in like 10 minutes from
Yeah.
Megalopolis. Like you see
Wait, what?
where
Well,
Wait, was she? Wait, I'm
she
sorry,
seemed
I
like she
forget
was
this.
already
Was
on her
she in-
way.
Yeah,
She was
found the
following
place.
Superman.
she followed Superman to the place.
Yeah.
And Superman takes off to whatever, go fight whatever. He's got supersonic speed. He starts fighting Mega Hammer, and before it's all done, you see her fly up to the building.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
Mega
that's right.
Hammer decided to leave. Like she got there in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, they do that when they go back. It's like they're just there. You're like how long did it would take you like a full fucking day to get to Antarctica?
For like I'm willing to believe her superpowers. She can be fast, and I'm
Yeah.
willing to believe that like Lex Luthor. I forget, was it a helicopter? I'm willing to
Yeah.
believe whatever Lex Luthor flew in. It's the best thing ever. It can get there in like 2 hours.
What
or
they should have
something.
done is just put a Luthor Corp like yacht out on the like the coast of Antarctica, and then just put one of his fucking portals on there.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. Well, my whole thing is like we just talked about why Mega Hammer had to go to the secret spot with the circle or the fucking tunnel machine
Yeah.
and then go right back to the same building. But you see when fucking Superman gets knocked out, she just hops on the top of the building and goes right in. I was like, well,
Because she's
they don't notice her.
She's a known associate of Luther's, but the Hammer Baravia, that's like a geopolitical kind of thing. Like she could just be like arrested, I guess. But
It's
Hammer
still
Baravia,
super people flying to the top of your building. Just
I
walking
mean,
in.
if she's not overtly committing crimes, she's allowed to go to Luthor's house without like Superman's like, well, I haven't seen her kill anybody, so I can't beat her up just for walking into Luthor's place.
No, I'm saying, well, Superman was knocked out. I'm saying everybody else is like, oh, you can't have this hammer thing go in there. He has to go 10 miles down the road and go through a fucking secret portal device to end up in the penthouse, just because he was like already 5 feet away from there. But
Yeah, Hammer of Baravia is like a fucking terrorist. He can't, if he walked into Lex Luthor's house, obviously Lex Luthor would be like, this looks really bad for me. You need to hit me and
I don't know
leave.
this guy. I don't know this guy. Look at this guy. I don't know him. I don't know.
all right, that
Daddy.
makes sense.
Daddy. No, stop calling me that. Stop calling me that.
I did like how let's skip. So the kaiju gets killed. Superman's kind of bummed out. I was a little bummed out that Superman didn't try to physically stop the Justice Gang from killing the kaiju. He just kind of like protested, and then it happened anyways. Like I feel like there should have been at least a little bit of like, oh, you already did it.
Well, it's kind of like there's a dog attacking people, and you're like, okay, I can restrain the dog, and then, but your friend who you didn't know had a gun just pulls out and shoots the dog, and you're like, man, I thought we could have done something else. It's like, well, the dog's attacking people, man, and I have a gun.
I hear you, but I don't have super speed, or flying, or laser eyes.
Well, Superman didn't exactly know that the plan was, I'm gonna put bombs inside of him. He didn't know. Like, there's another version of this where like Mr. Terrific makes like the spheres electrocute the monster from the inside.
Yeah. So what point? I know it's after the fight. Oh, okay. So after the fight, Lex is just back in Metropolis and already on a TV show and presenting this footage that the engineer recovered from Jor-El and fixed. And James Gunn has confirmed that this video is real. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they still could recontextualize it and not make it so like hard pointed, but for the movie, I think this actually works really well in the moral dilemma that you have to put your protagonist through. Especially one like Superman. You basically you set him up tyranny or freedom. Which way are you going, Superman? And he went freedom. And that's the path, Superman has to go for the movie. If he goes tyranny, then it's just Ultraman or not Ultraman, Omni-Man.
Ah, yes. Man. We're bringing up Invincible now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
I almost
care
called
for
him
that show.
Homelander multiple times.
Yeah, honestly, don't care for the Invincible show.
Oh, that third season was pretty good, I thought.
I kind of feel like it should, like season 1 when Omni-Man is flying away and he cries. That's all you need, and the show there. The rest, I'm like, the rest, I'm like, Omni-Man and Mark are the best part, and it's you from that moment. It's already clear that like Omni-Man's gonna be like, fuck, I love my son. I'm gonna work with him to stop the evil empire. I'm probably gonna die doing that. It's just
You don't like when he had sex with a bug and made some kind of weird purple kid?
No, that is funny, but I'm just saying that like it's a show with a huge cast, and it's like Mark and Omni-Man are the best part, and now they're gonna be like separated for a while, and it's gonna take, and they're obviously gonna team up, and Omni-Man's gonna die, yeah.
So Superman starts getting shit thrown at him. People are immediately upset. Which
I'm sorry, I gotta point this out. I hate that I noticed this. Everybody's supportive of fucking Superman. Everybody were always brown, and everybody that hated him were always white. Every time in the movie, I hate that I noticed it.
I mean, there was a couple of brown people in that crowd that went.
Yeah, they went. The person throwing at him was a fucking old white man.
Because we're the ones who throw cans at people. The other people throw like batteries and some of them just throw bullets. So
Oh, that would you know what? That would have been a great joke if someone from the crowd pulled out their gun and started shooting at Superman. It does nothing, but he's just like, oh, God.
Demeaning.
Stop.
So where does Superman go from? I didn't write any of this shit down, so I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, he goes into a building, and the Justice Gang goes to talk to him, and Guy Gardner is like, okay, are you actually a bad guy? Because I'm going to fuck you up if you're a bad guy.
Do you have a harem? Can I meet them? Like, what?
Yeah. And then Mr. Terrific is like, Superman, I'm sorry, but like the guys, they've done forensics on it. The message is real. Did you know? It's like, no, I did not know. No. And I don't remember if Hawk Girl said anything in this scene.
She's unconsequential in this movie. The only thing
except for when she kills a president and Superman, who objects to killing giant monsters, does not go, you're under arrest.
I don't think he knew about it. They never really. That
would be funny if the next movie is like, wait, you killed a fucking president?
Wait, what
My girlfriend was busting my balls over being mean to him. What the fuck are you doing?
And then he goes, you were representing me while... Oh, I see. I get it now. I feel like an asshole.
It probably would be better to arrest him, but we'll get to that.
So Superman's like, I don't know what the fuck. I never saw that part of the video. And then he realizes the only way Luthor could have gotten that video is from his Fortress of Solitude. And this is I think the only time in the movie we see a super speed where he goes away.
I think so.
That's my biggest
until the fight
nitpick.
scene at the end of the movie.
That's my biggest nitpick for Superman is there's lots of times where he should be using his super speed and he doesn't.
Well, I mean, can we just assume, like, when he's fighting someone as strong as him, he is doing super speed, but slow down so we can actually fucking see it?
Or that fighting takes up so much concentration that like the super speed doesn't really like help. Like
Well,
somebody's,
not only that, he wasn't 100%. I think was what they were.
That's
which
true.
never comes up again, and it seems like why did you even put that in there?
Well, I mean, I guess it's like he's not Superman
Yeah.
for this movie. He's 80% Superman. So anytime you're like, how did you not stop that? It's like, well, his legs fucked up.
How did you guys feel about James Gunn like kind of nerfing Superman's power levels a little bit? I'm honestly really okay with it. Like I don't think he was nerfed too bad.
It's good. But it's like, is every movie going to be he gets horribly injured in the beginning, or is just like a strong evil god a stronger and stronger evil god going to show up?
Well, that's
But
why
then he gets angry, and then his powers get doubled.
that's where like a villain like Brainiac for the next one would be very choice, because now you're not going up against bronze at all. You're going up against not just a smart guy, you're going up against superior intellect.
I have also kidnapped Metamorpho's child. I have kryptonite now,
Oh my
Superman.
Like they got Metamorpho, you got to get a better like security system. You can't get kidnapped.
Brainiac, why didn't you come up with a new idea? It's like, well, if it works, why wouldn't I do it again? That's the problem with Wile E. Coyote, is the device fails, but he should try again with the device that works.
Yeah.
That's what this movie didn't set him up to be that smart. Is my problem with him. He seems kind of like again he's a likable kind of doofus, which is James Gunn's MO for the main character.
But Superman does come off that way. Like he's not dumb, but he's not what you would call like a clever man. He's more just like he's a good old boy. Whereas like,
and he needs to be saved in like every part of this movie. He's saved by somebody else.
I'm remembering one comic book where like a surgery has to be performed and only Superman can do it. So he like reads every medical textbook and then he's talking to the doctors. Okay, I'm going to be the main guy on this surgery, but I'll still need some help. And then one of the doctors goes, here's the x-rays, Superman.
Yeah. What a fucking dipshit. What an
he
idiot.
doesn't know. It's like, Superman's like, oh, thank you. Good job.
Appreciate you, Ron. Can somebody get him?
I don't know what we're talking about. I feel left out of the loop.
Superman has X-ray vision, Ken. So
I know that.
Someone handing him X-rays in a surgery is retarded.
I feel like I thought this was like an actual thing that happened in a comic book.
It did.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, all right.
That's why it's so silly.
Good stuff.
But that would be fun. That like stuff like that. Honestly, I wouldn't be against seeing in like future movies. Like we do need some like kind of that like mundane kind of silly things that Superman's using his powers. Like there's a comic book where Superman shaves using his laser eyes. Like I want to see that in the next movie. I want to see him using the mirror to burn his hair off his face. I'm serious. That would be fucking awesome.
No, I think I've seen that in the cartoon. I think that's
I think it was
something
in
that happened.
I think it did in the cartoon. So okay, we got the video. Got the people turning on him. He rushed off. He finds out Crypto has been taken from the Fortress of Solitude, and that's when he rushes back to the LexCorp and bursts into Lex's office while he's talking to Michael Ian Black, who was the
fuck that guy. I hate
that guy too, but he was perfect casting for the talk show host because
the shitty talk show host that sucks up to the villain. Perfect casting, James.
It really is. It really was.
He didn't nail it. I do hate that guy, but yeah, he did a swarmy fucking no backbone piece of shit.
But this this is the scene that created all the memes for Superman, all my favorite memes. Um, and as you said earlier, probably it kind of annoyed you, Ken. But he's
Yeah.
like, "Where's the dog?" And then there is a great touch where he picks up his coffee mug right before Superman rips the desk out from underneath him, and it's like, okay, that's nice. That's a little nice. He saw that coming. Little touches like that, more of that would have gone a long way. Less of Lex being, as you said, Ken, kind of a immature, whiny baby when he's losing. Like,
Not only that, it's just like it's so childish. It's like you want me to take both of these characters seriously. He's like, oh, I kind of have your dog. I was like, you're being filmed right now. They can see your lips. I was like, it's not like he said it so low that
No,
like
no,
nobody
like
could hear.
the mug is kind of blocking his mouth.
that's true.
All right, maybe I gotta watch it again, but it would just seem like, come on, man.
I do love how it made
He said
Superman
it low enough
spurred.
for Superman's super hearing.
Super dog, okay. I'm using that now.
Super dog.
That's my template for any time I need to say something that is not to be said. Like, oh, stupid country bombs all the neighbors. What could that be? It's weird. This movie has created so many fucking memes. So Superman is being filmed by Miss Tessmacher, who inexplicably is one of Jimmy Olsen's exes, which plays into the movie later. She honestly is the only reason why Superman even gets saved in the movie. Although, I mean, it is conceivable that once he got to the portal, that he'd figure out how to turn it on and just like pop out of a random portal. It is conceivable,
Not this version of Superman.
but Superman is pissed off. Everybody, they start spreading this video around. It makes them look bad. Is this the point where we get the imp scene, the interdimensional imp scene? I'm trying to remember what happens between when he breaks into Lex's office and when he shows up and has that conversation with Lois.
Yeah, I think he does. He retires to whatever that apartment is. It's like, yeah, they have it. They can take care of the imp without me. And Lois is like, oh, what are you gonna do? And he's like, well, I have to turn myself in to save the shitty dog.
I do love that line. That line did tug at my heartstrings. Whereas like
Because he's probably lonely.
he's not even a very good dog either. It's like I just like thought of my dog and I was like, I'd do this shit.
Nope. I would let it die.
Go to
You had a good run.
pocket dimension to save your bitch ass.
It is a good hero moment going. Yeah, I'll go to jail to save a dog. Yeah, fine. It's what they can't possibly hurt me that bad. Whatever, I'll do it.
Yeah, he says it to Lois Lane. You can actually see her getting wetter.
No, she was like, it's just a dog, and you're like,
no, she wasn't. She was like, oh, he was like, oh, he's probably.
no,
lonely.
she literally just said it's just a dog. And he's
I
like,
know that he said, yeah, but he's probably lonely. You see her look at her. And
everybody
her pants, you see,
seems
like
to
a
have had
ring start to form.
everybody seems to have been so surprised by her saying that. I'm like, that's like half of women. Like,
Also, Lois Lane, she's kind of a bitch. That's her character.
I mean,
Yeah,
she kind of is a bitch, but like in a very believable way where it's like she doesn't think she's being a bitch. She's just like, she's dumbfounded that anybody else thinks differently. Like, huh?
It's like, what, you guys retarded?
You care about dogs' lives? What? I never even considered the notion.
I'm upset we're not eating these damn things.
It's so funny to picture like Superman bringing her to Justice League parties, and she's like says shit like that. It's like, honey, please. Everyone here would take a bullet for a dog.
The
Please
first thing she
stop.
says to Batman is, so I heard your parents died. And he just goes,
God,
Superman saves a squirrel in this fucking.
Batman just like his eyes just narrow, and he like his cape comes tighter, and he just like glides away.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know why he told you my real name. I'm kind of pissed about this.
Superman, she ate all the shrimp.
Yep. So Superman turns himself in, and Ultraman gets to slam his face into the concrete. And they march him to the desert tents, and they put him into the portal, and he gets sent to the pocket dimension where Metamorpho is waiting inside of a glass box for him. And
What
Metamorpho.
was with the guy in the boat, like the
I wanted to talk about
the
that.
weird alien creature? Yeah,
That is Mr. Handsome. If you notice in the scene where Superman flips Lex's desk, he has a picture of him on his desk. I'm serious.
okay.
I didn't notice that. That's
Yeah.
funny. Lex is
So
like
Lex
this.
Luthor's gay.
No, I think it's like, yes, a henchman that doesn't talk. And he's like, that's exactly what I
Says
want.
everything
he
I
just does
say.
what I say. No argument. This guy's great. And he's like, and in Lex's head, he's like, yes, because he realizes how great I am. He knows he shouldn't say anything.
Now, James Gunn hasn't said anything about that character. It's probably just kind of like a goofy man, like a fucking like weirdo creature to have as like some extra set dressing. But
Yeah, I assume Lex either made him or there was a monster floating in that dimension. And he's like, do this for me. And
you
he
want to
was
just push this lever for all eternity?
I had nothing. Now I have a job and a boat. Thank you, Mr. Luthor. Fuck Superman. Fuck him.
I can live forever in this weird dimension. This is awesome.
I have a retcon that maybe James Gunn's already thought about this. Maybe this is what it is. Probably not. But this would be my retcon to that guy to introduce another character. You make that creature a white Martian. And
Okay.
that would also explain where he gets the mind control technology, because white Martians are telepathic and they can control people's minds. And it would also potentially explain how he gets the pocket dimension, like knowledge of how to make a pocket dimension. Like a lot of the technological things that happen in this movie are like, where the fuck did that come from? Like it could be explained by white Martian told them.
Oh, and then when white Martians invade, they interrogate Lex, and he's like, "I gave an immigrant a job."
Yeah, you could do that. I'm the bad guy. But that would be a cool way to introduce Martian Manhunter. I think the design would look really cool for a white Martian, because they don't look exactly like the Green Martians. They're more large and kind of scary looking, and where the Green Martians are kind of more hominid looking, more human looking.
Okay, well, this is a sickly, fucked up one. If you really want to do that,
Well, it just be that's what the white Martians look like. They're just like monsters. He was like bigger than a normal human. I would have guessed like 6.5, 7 feet tall. He's slightly bigger than a normal human, and you just have Green Martians at normal human size.
Yeah, but he's rowing a boat in a pocket dimension. Like he's not a person at that point.
Well, I mean, you could just say that Lex found him and enslaved him, and then like mined him for
In a,
like
in a universe he created.
Yeah, it could have been. It's like, yeah, I used him. I got information from him to build a pocket universe, and then I enslaved him in there. And you're like, damn, that's cold. It's fucking cold, Lex Luthor.
I prefer if he likes Lex Luthor, where he's like, "Man, thanks for this."
That would be cool if he was just like, no, I like this guy. He gave me a job.
Oh, this is a jail. Yeah, fuck these people.
Let's do this.
I'm important now.
And like in his head, he's just like, well, I'm building this for Green Martians. Lex just use it for humans now, but eventually I'll go get the rest of the Green Martians and we'll put them in here.
This is a test run for the camps for the Green Martians.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Superman goes in there. He's in with Metamorpho. Lex brags about having his dog, about how they're going to dissect him and kill him, and all this shit, test him and stuff. What you see later, he's in essentially a giant snow globe with a curved monitor with just flying squirrels flying through clouds, and he's just like like running after him, which I thought that was a nice little touch.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
And Metamorpho makes kryptonite to contain Superman, and this is when we get the scene of Lex brings in the falafel guy from earlier,
Yeah.
and plays Russian roulette with him and accidentally kills him on the second question. And the Barabian guy claps like a fat kid that just watched a clown fall over.
Yeah. The Russian roulette interrogation, that is a cliche. I don't think I've seen it ever done where it's like, oh, I accidentally killed him on the second shot. That was clever.
So Superman's in there. He's being held captive by Metamorpho. Lex Luthor is like, I'm gonna go find somebody else that you know to kill. Be back tomorrow. And Metamorpho's son, Joey, is being held conveniently right across the divide from their cell. And Superman tells him, if you let me go, I can save your son and we can get out of here.
Like the foolproof plan would be to keep the son in the real world. But I do kind of understand Lex Luthor going like, I have your son right in front of you. Do what I say.
He's really cocky. Like
Yeah.
That's what ends up making him look dumb a lot of times is
The arrogance.
yeah, like James Gunn made him too arrogant. Like he should be some level of arrogance, but he shouldn't be so arrogant that it makes him stupid.
I don't know. I feel like Lex Luthor, when dealing with other superheroes, he's like, yeah, just shoot him in the head. I don't care. But Superman makes him insecure. So I feel like him being incredibly arrogant is fine as long as it's in with regards to Superman.
Yeah. I mean, this is really the only bit of Lex we get. It would be nice to see Lex Luthor in other contexts, give him his character a little more. Like it would be cool.
Yeah, it's almost like he's accidentally a genius. Like he just does all this shit and it's like, oh, I created a pocket dimension and did this. Like, but I'm gonna act like a child whenever I'm around Superman.
Yeah.
Because he's gay for him.
So Superman convinces Metamorpho, and Metamorpho turns off the kryptonite, but Superman still is fucked up. And I didn't know this. This is the guy who plays Metamorpho is the eyebrowless guy from Barry. Played Victor Zsasz in Gotham, I think.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on his name, but I didn't recognize him at all. And like I immediately liked the guy who played Metamorpho because you expect him to be all like kind of scared, and he's like, "Really, you can save my son?" So you're like, "Oh, this is just like a dude whose face is all fucking crazy."
Yeah. I mean, I did like his performance. I did kind of expect sort of like a tough, dumb guy voice from Metamorpho, but he did a good job.
Yeah. So Superman tells him, "I need the sun," and Metamorpho's like, "There's no sun in here." And he's like, "But," and he starts making a small sun in his hands, and it blinds everyone. And Superman, emerges, punching through the glass, saves the kid, punches out the bad guy, and then him and Metamorpho take off for what they assume is the exit, I guess, and they just kind of leave.
One thing, a thing I really liked was the two cells next to Superman are like, no, don't break out, guards. He's trying to break out.
Oh yeah,
he's their only chance to escape hell. And they're like, no, get on your knees, suck his dick.
Two white guys.
Yeah.
Again. Damn it. I'm sorry. I hate mentioning that shit. Sorry.
No, it was a white guy, and it was one of Luthor's ex-girlfriends.
Yeah. Who apparently, I think, wrote a blog about him after she broke up with him or something like that.
I do love that detail where it's like,
okay, that part's pretty great.
Every girl that leaves Lex Luthor, he puts them in hell, and it's like,
we're skipping the Mr. Terrific and Lois Lane trying to find him at the same time.
Oh, yeah. There's a scene where Lois goes to the Hall of Justice, which was pretty cool to see in a Superman movie finally.
And the mural with the older heroes,
the Justice Society.
That was nice. Yeah,
yeah, dude, he could easily do like a period piece with the Justice Society in like the '60s or something. Like, and it doesn't have to have any connection really to the other movies.
Yeah, and he loves that shit. He loves taking obscure characters and making them the main focus of a movie.
Yeah. She tries to convince the Justice Gang to help her save Superman, which they found out was in a pocket dimension from Jimmy Olsen, who has a contact known as Mutant Toes. And we find out that's Tessmacher later. And she inexplicably is like in love with Jimmy Olsen.
He's good with the pussy, dog.
But,
Get
like,
over it.
Pussy get obsessed with
Luther's
him.
like insanely wealthy, and she seems like she'd be like a really shallow person and be more
No.
into money than like personality.
Well, okay, it's Jimmy Olsen is really charming. She's retarded. Lex Luthor, he has to be horrible to be around because he thinks everyone is retarded compared to him. That is why his girlfriend is retarded, because he doesn't see a difference between a retard and a normal person.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
he like, they're not showing it, but I like picture him throwing like bottles at her head. And like, Lex, how's this thing work? You wouldn't understand, you fucking whore.
Well, like she's like literally like, oh, she's not retarded. She was taking pictures the whole time, and
Well, to hurt her abusive boyfriend, that makes sense. That a woman would, after a
no,
month,
I get that the selfie thing. Why he would the super genius let her take selfies around your fucking super secret operation? All right, whatever.
Well, she would never betray the great Lex Luthor. Let her take her dumb selfies. I have to destroy
she's a-
Superman.
But she's like in this, I guess, abusive relationship with Lex Luthor. But the guy that she's also in love with, Jimmy, can't stand to be around her. He's like, oh, we're gonna go the whole weekend together. He's like, oh fuck. He's like, he's literally
I do love that he
about
just
it.
like hates all these women.
Yeah. What? She was one of his hoes for a couple months, and then he's like, whatever, I have other hoes.
There was a part where Lois is like, "How do you do it, Jimmy? How do you get all these hot women?" And he just goes, "Hot." Talk about a test mocker. You're like,
Guys, on Substack, there's a guy called Worst Boyfriend Ever, and he tells all these funny stories about hooking up with women, and one of them is dating 8 women in New York at the same time. And it's like, so when I saw this movie, I'm just like, oh, Jimmy lives in a van and is on meth. This is awesome.
Yeah, but he's not banging other meth addicts.
No. He's fucking normal women. It's just he's a great writer, and he's crazy, and they like that.
I'm just glad Jimmy Olsen wasn't a black guy this time.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
surprised they didn't go that route, honestly.
Yeah, I am too. So
Well, go back to the Mr. Terrific thing. He
mhm.
has the best fight scene in the movie.
He does with his balls.
Yeah. And
Oh,
did you know that one of the Raptors is Lex Luthor from Smallville?
Oh, that's
Really?
nice. That's nice of them.
The first one that goes, "Get back in your craft." That's Michael Rosenbaum.
Oh, I do like it when they're doing a new version of a thing. They include some of the old actors. It's like, hey man, we liked what you did there. Here's a paycheck.
Yeah, you're part of this legacy. Here, you might have like a big starring role. He probably didn't even get paid scale. He probably got paid day rate. And it's just like, it's cool to be in the new, like that'd be like getting what was the guy's name that played Superman in Smallville? Tom
Clark Kent.
Wells.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. Tom Wells.
Like it'd be like having him play like a background character or something, and or like a little cameo where he's like a waiter or something, or you know.
They should have Superman save his life and be like, man, I'm a big fan of yours, Superman.
I forget the guy that played Lex Luthor in Smallville. What was he again? It's probably not important.
His name is Michael Rosenbaum.
Oh, what is that? Oh, yeah, a nice Irish name, Rosenbaum.
And he works for the bad guy.
The bad guys. Well, what is James Gunn saying here?
I don't know. What is James Gunn saying? So Mr. Terrific and volunteers to help Lois, even though Guy and Hot Girl are not interested. And I like how Guy used his oath as an excuse for things he didn't want to do. I'm sorry, I have an oath.
And then he says, yeah, I fucked 400 women. My haircut isn't stupid.
Yeah, they're like, 400 women disagree with you. It's like I love that he's kind of an asshole loser. But he's like ultra powerful because he's a Green Lantern.
I do believe women would be groupies to superheroes. That makes 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I feel like he would be one that like would turn them off with his personality. Like he would talk for 10 seconds and be like, Is Jon Stewart around, or what's the old guy's name?
No, Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart died. Actually, I'm the only
I'm the
Green
only one
Lantern.
left.
So if you want to fuck a Green Lantern, I'm sorry, you gotta fuck me, I guess. Well,
You know, they say I'm
Whammy.
the avatar of Will.
The fuck?
it's another word for will, stamina.
Yeah. They get to the desert base, and they find Mr. Terrific and Lois Lane, find all the raptors there, and then we have the Mr. Terrific fight scene where Lois gets encased in a force field, and then Mr. Terrific beats the shit out of all these raptors with metal balls.
Well, he leaves the force field, and instead of letting the balls do their work, he leaves the force field and has to fight him himself. Which you could
Has
just stay in the
to
force field.
or wants to.
Also, well, my interpretation was like maybe they can shoot the balls, so he has to like they can't possibly be perfect, so he has to participate. Also, like Till said, maybe he likes hitting guys.
Yeah, maybe like he uses the balls as distractions and like weapons while he's also taking. Like it seems like they never confirm it, but it seems like the balls are being telepathically controlled.
That makes sense.
That's what it seems like.
He has a chip in his brain. That would make sense. Yeah.
Did you like his chair? They have a name for it. I can't remember what the actual name. It was something like the diaper suit. Because when he's standing
The
upright,
diaper suit?
yeah, when he's standing, the chair he's like flying in when you first see him. When he's standing
Mhm.
upright and he turns around, it does look like he has a full diaper on because the seat just kind of like sags a little where his ass is. It's pretty fucking funny. Like he's like when he like turns around, you can see it. You're like, oh, I see why they call it the diaper suit. But I like his technology. People are saying that Mr. Terrific is like the standout character of the movie.
Yeah, lots of people are saying he stole the show.
I disagree.
I do like how he said I don't do emotions, and then he has a bunch of emotional freakouts because he doesn't want the world to blow up.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the woman said, "Can you fix it?" to him, and he angrily, in despair, says, "Can I fix it?" Like someone's asking him to stop the sky from falling. I was like, "Oh, he's a great actor." Just
Yeah.
that one line, I was like, "Oh, he's the best actor in the film." God damn.
He really is a great actor. All the people in the movie are great actors. Some of them just kind of get hampered a little bit by some of the dialogue. But so they go into the pocket universe and they're leaving the gate open and they're looking for Superman. And Superman has been attacked by raptors. They're trying to escape. Him and Metamorpho and Joey the baby are trying to escape. And they get knocked into they call it an anti-proton river.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a thing.
Yeah, that's flowing into a black hole.
Well, like water can't stop Superman, so an anti-proton. I'm like, well, you want to have like a river scene with Superman, so it's like, well, water doesn't work. Anti-protons. I wish I knew more science. I guess it's like they're really heavy. It's my guess.
Anti-protons, I guess, flow in a river, and it affects guys that can fly. Yep.
Man, it's science magic. That's what. But so the Raptors are trying to kill Superman and get baby Joey. This is where we get to see Crypto just grab raptors and run off them with them like they're chew toys. Like that was dude, everything that Crypto did in this movie made me smile fucking ear to ear, made my girlfriend's kids smile ear. They were giggling the whole time. Like, in my opinion, Crypto was the standout character. Like, I like Mr. Terrific. He was great. Crypto was the best.
That part, my honest feelings were, I was like, okay, this is funny. And then when Superman has the baby and Crypto is messing with him, I was like, okay, this is too much. But then the reveal at the end made me go, okay, so that's why Crypto acts that way. Superman did not raise him, so it's like, okay, I got it. Yeah,
that pulled it all together for me too. We'll talk about that here in a second. So Ultraman's trying to kill Superman. Metamorpho's trying to get Superman out of the anti-proton river, and Joey, and then Crypto's like kind of helping, but not really. and they're about to get pulled into the black hole. Superman uses ice breath somehow to get out of the pull of the black hole, and saves Krypto at the last moment. They get out, and Mr. Terrific, who's been looking for him, sees Krypto, and he's like, what the fuck? There's a flying dog out here, and Lois is like, what? And that's when Krypto spots the T-sphere. And it's played perfectly for Mr. Terrific. You see the look on his face. He goes, oh, no. And he starts doing this. He's calling the sphere back.
Mm.
And the dog is just like, huh? And he like bolts at the ball. And the last thing you see is like the dog's mouth. Like, because he's like looking, his eyes go white and he's like looking through the spheres. And the last thing he sees is the dog's mouth cramp down. And he gets really upset that his T-sphere has been eaten. And then Superman and Metamorpho, I think they spot him right, and they get through the portal last moment, but the portal doesn't close all the way, and instead it starts like crunching.
It's unstable. You shouldn't make a pocket dimension. Of course, Lex Luthor would make a pocket dimension because he's like, whatever, I'll fix it if it fucks up. Fuck all of you. Who cares?
Then he increases it. Like Lex Luthor increases it to try to get to fuck off I don't know, Superman trying to kill him. I don't know
well, the reason why he does it is because he's creating a crisis to draw Superman. So he's like, we're not looking for him anymore. Like when he overloads the thing and it starts splitting the Earth, he's like, now we know where he'll be.
It's literally splitting the Earth.
Yeah,
he doesn't know if he can fix it. Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
They do. He says the guy with the glasses is like, Lex, we gotta shut this down. And Lex is like, all we have to do is enter in the coordinates or something. Basically, they have to redial the fucking thing, and it'll close it. And he's like, no, hold off. So they have a fix. But
have a fix, but you're literally creating like a black hole in the Earth.
I mean, in a sense, yeah. It doesn't bother me that much. It is a little like big for a first movie, but we're getting like thrown in the middle of action, so I didn't really care that much, because it's like when there was like, we have a way to shut it down, like it didn't feel like it was actually going to be Earth ending as much. It would just be like, it would fuck up Metropolis irreparably, and Lex Luthor would be responsible.
Well, he cut a hole in the world, and like we're supposed to believe that it can just be uncut if you just hit this button.
Just a tiny hole, kid. It was a tiny hole.
It's like they were separating buildings. They were cutting them in half, and it was like, oh no, I hit this button, and they get just glued back together if I hit the button in time.
They take Superman to Ma and Pa Kent's farm to recuperate, and Mr. Terrific stays behind to try to get the rift shut down, the portal shut down before it creates the rift. And we get the really sweet scene between Pa Kent and Superman, and then one of my favorite shots in the whole movie.
Son, if you hate Baravia, fuck them up. You're American. Fuck Baravia. I love you.
That would have been funny. That was the
Bible I
speech.
read from tells us to follow Baravia unequivocally. Never question anything about Baravia.
You're full of shit, old man.
The Bible tells me never to question Baravia.
You're full of shit, old man Withers.
All right, what do you guys think of the white trash parents? That
I like them. They were very sweet.
Yeah,
like the yelling on the speakerphone.
I like that actor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you see Ben Shapiro like hates Superman's parents in this? He's like, I don't even know, what is this? They got a weird house, and he's got like, I guess, white trash parents. What is their farmers, Ben? They're farmers in the South, yeah, or the Midwest.
Simple folk. I know you don't know what simple is, because his parents didn't grow up in the fucking entertainment industry like your whole family. But the farmers are not the models that were in the other Superman movie.
Yeah, I did like that. Like they were just good old folk.
Hmm.
Like I mean, the Kevin Costner version, like, yeah, he was a bit of an asshole. Let the kids die, but
Yeah,
he still didn't
they
give you
did
that
not explain why he wanted Superman to do that
to
at
murder
all.
children.
It's
I
like,
don't know.
yeah, let the kids die, kid. They did not just add a line where he's like, "Well, I'm afraid of the government like torturing you forever, son."
It would have been funny if that in
Instead,
that
it's
scene.
just like, "Let the kids die, fuck them."
It would have been funny that scene, like little Clark Kent's like, "Dad, what?" And he's like, "Clark, have you ever been to a PTA meeting?" You're like, "Oh, he's saying it because the parents are assholes."
Clark, do you know who the chosen people are? Clark.
Clark, you ever had to deal with local government? So Clark is having the touching moment with his dad. He gets the speech of where it's like parents aren't about telling their kids who to be. It's about giving the tools to make fools of themselves all on their own. Just a very it's like it's simple, but it's not something you would expect in a movie nowadays. And it one of the reasons why I like this movie so much, in spite of its big flaws, is things like that, where it's like this is something that would have been commonplace and almost hacked 20 years ago, and now it feels refreshing for a dad just to be like, "No, son, I raised you right. You'll make the right decisions. I trust you." Like it,
Yeah, it's weird seeing a movie where dad's like, "You'd hate yourself. You're a colonizer."
yeah, you colonizer. He gets a bucket of red paint and like splashes his son with the red paint.
I hate you that I adopted you and found you in the forest.
So Mr. Terrific shows up and says, "We need your help, Superman. Metropolis is in trouble. There's a giant crack forming into the Pocket Universe." And Superman says, "No, I must go to Baravia because they're about to murder all the Palestinians. I mean,
Jaranpur.
Jaranpurians.
Jaranpurians.
Yeah.
Falafel.
The falafels.
No mention of the Jaranpurian terrorists.
Right.
What did James Gunn mean by this?
Weird that the Jaranpuris attacked the Baravians with paragliders.
That's a weird way to attack people.
Why did you make it so specific, James Gunn?
These
they got
people are using human shields. We had to bomb them into Bolivia.
They got kryptonite on the gliders. I can't interfere.
Did Baravia just bomb that hospital? There was a terrorist organization in the basement.
Lex Luthor owned that building. What's your fucking problem?
That Catholic church had a stockpile of kryptonite. We had to bomb.
Metallo was in that church.
So Mr. Terrific tells him, "I need you more in Metropolis. Baravia's handled. We've sent backup." And we find out that it's Guy Gardner and Hot Girl who are going, and that's where you get the cool shot of Guy Gardner walking through the battlefield and, fingers. And I heard
He
someone
fingers
say,
all of them so good. He fingers them.
I was listening to Kevin Smith's review of this movie, and he said at this point when
why?
the little boy was raising the flag and the guy was about to shoot him, and then the green cube appeared around him, he's like, I started crying.
I hate him.
Oh, shocker. Shocker. Kevin Smith crying.
If he said he
Did he
cried at
take
the
a
dad
picture of it?
part, I would have been like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, like everybody loves their dad.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. When I consider a movie great whenever it makes me laugh really hard or cry. This movie did not do this to me, but I consider it good. Him saying it made him cry at that scene, I'm like, are you on drugs? You want James Gunn to hire you? Fuck you,
Yeah,
retard.
I think it's
Yes
that
to
second
all.
one.
Yes to all.
So Guy Gardner and Hot Girl take care of the Baravian army, and I don't remember if it's now or if it's a little later, and they just cut it in where Hot Girl gets the prime minister, and then he's like, "You can't do this. You're with Superman," and she's like, "I'm not Superman," and she drops his ass.
And Superman, again, who objects to a literal monster being killed, has no thoughts on Hawkgirl killing that guy. Maybe in the sequel he'll be like, "Wait, you killed that guy?"
There should definitely be consequences, but it would have been, I feel like it would have been superfluous to add that into the end of this movie. That is something that you deal with going into another movie. And maybe even like you could even make a Justice Gang like spin-off movie to where that's what they're having to deal with.
I don't know. He got lectured for like a whole like 5 minutes by his girlfriend about torturing this guy.
Exactly.
You know, and then it was like, we're just gonna drop you from from a high distance.
Now, here's a way they could easily sweep this under the rug. In the next movie or the next time we see the Justice Gang, they just offhandedly mention that Max Lord, who is the one who is like funding the Justice Gang, paid off like or did like a PR firm to basically convince everyone that he was killed in like a military action.
Or he jumped off a building.
I'm gonna say he died from
My invasion is failing. I'm gonna kill myself.
yeah, something like that. You know, he died trying to kill Hot Girl, and so she was forced to defend herself.
Well, I mean, don't even mention Hot Girl would be the smarter.
I mean, I feel like everyone would know Green Lantern and Hot Girl were there. I feel like everyone.
He
would
died.
know.
He died naturally of lead poisoning.
I mean, he died naturally of ground poisoning. He got too much cement in his diet. So Superman is trying to help Mr. Terrific close the rift, and that's when Ultraman shows up to kick his ass again, and the engineer, and we get the stadium fight, which I quite liked.
They kick him in the balls.
They do kick him in the ball. Like Ultraman does kick him in the balls, but someone pointed out on Twitter is like, yeah, of course Lex Luthor would have programmed in a ball kick because that's how much he hates Superman. I'm like, okay, you know what? You got me. I'll accept it. Works. So we get the sequence where Engineer is trying to suffocate Superman with her nanites, which I don't know how that's supposed to work because Superman doesn't technically breathe.
No. I always heard he like holds his breath when he goes into space.
See, there's different versions. The version I always remembered was that he doesn't need to breathe because he's like a solar battery. Like your body uses oxygen as like kind of fuel for your cells, and his cells use direct solar radiation. So
it does have lungs.
Yeah, so I there's both versions.
Well, he didn't have powers on his home planet.
This movie is going with he holds his breath in space. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, because he just goes to space to get rid of him.
I would say the easiest way to explain it is he's like space amphibious. Where like
no, I'm fine with him holding his breath. That's fine. He can hold it for 2 hours.
That's gonna make things difficult if he ever needs to talk in space.
No, I remember playing like the Justice League video game with my brother, and there's a scene where it's Martian Manhunter and him on Mars, and they're talking telepathically, and he says something like, I can hold my breath for like 4 hours, so let's get this done quick. And they just talk to each other.
And I remember playing a game called What Did I Say Underwater? I held my breath and I was able to talk at the same time. Blah, blah, fuck you.
Very true.
Yeah, I guess talking in space wouldn't really make a lot of sense. That would be great if he learned how to do like sign languages, like
be Space AL.
And Green Lantern, it's like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
He just makes a bubble and goes, what?
It's like, no, use your laser vision, write it on that asteroid what you're trying to tell me.
Now, I don't know what the fuck you're saying, man.
Johnny, this is a question I want to ask you. This is a very irrelevant question. I'm sure Ken doesn't have an opinion, but if you do, Ken, chime in, obviously. How did you feel about Green Lantern not glowing green while flying?
Oh, honestly, I didn't notice that till you say that. I guess I would prefer him to glow green, but I didn't notice it.
How do you feel about his costume?
Well, they're doing.
I know it's like a corporate thing.
Yeah, so it has to be the Justice Gang costume. You'll get hopefully the ideal Green Lantern costume in a movie or two when they realize Maxwell Lord is an evil piece of shit.
I just always like, you saw the fucking Ryan Reynolds one, and he had like the CG suit, which looked awful, but like the suit is made from the ring. The suit's almost a construct in of itself, and so I'm always kind of like, how do you make that look? I guess now you could make it look photoreal, like start off as translucent green and then fade to like real.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The final fight between Ultraman and Superman takes him down into oh, I'm sorry. The way Superman shows up, there's buildings collapsing and doing like a kind of domino thing, and they're about to fall onto a bridge where a woman can't get her car started. And at the last moment, she doesn't get flattened, and she looks over, and there's Superman holding the building, which makes no physical sense because he would just crush through it and the building would still fall. Like, he would just puncture right through it.
No, he's that strong. He's that strong.
He just needs some tensile strength. But she gets out, and then he lets the building down, and you get the mirror scene, or the mirror imagery from Matt Reeves' Batman, where he's walking out of the fire from Penguin's upside down Penguin's car. You get the almost the opposite but the same, where he's he's sitting there, he's hovering in the dust as the dust clears from the building falling, and he's just hovering, ready to fucking help, ready to save the fucking day. And it's like, I mark out for that shit hard. I mark out for that shit. I was just like, I started twitching in the theater. I'm like, don't let the kids see you freak out like a fucking nerd.
Honestly, I did not know that was a reference to Matt Reeves.
I don't think it is a direct reference, but if you look at the shots, they are very good parallels.
Well, then I would guess it's a reference because James Gunn does like Matt Reeves.
Maybe. I saw
stated it. He blatantly said it.
That was a reference to Matt Reeves.
No, he said he likes Matt Reeves.
Oh, okay.
Kind of jerking him off.
Somebody took stills from both of those scenes and put them like Superman on top, Batman on the bottom, and it's perfect because Batman is upside down. And it makes like a little cool like mirror image. That's
sick.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, man, I would totally fucking mark out if they pull in Pattinson, but you just couldn't fucking touch Matt Reeves' movies. You couldn't fuck with that shit. You gotta leave it alone. Just do extra. Just don't mention it if you're gonna do that.
That's why I'm like very nervous that he's trying to combine all this shit.
So Superman is getting the shit kicked out of him by Ultraman, and he gets laser beamed in the eyeballs, which, Jesus fuck, that looked like it hurt.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a lot, like, James Gunn has a thing with hurting eyeballs. Like, the kaiju earlier, like, Green Lantern literally made an eye-poking machine just to poke him in the eye over and over again like a dick. So Superman gets laser in the eyes, and he has an epiphany, whistles, Crypto fucking knocks Ultraman off, and there's like little camera like probes that are flying around Superman and Ultraman, so Lex Luthor can watch what's happening. And Lex Luthor is taunting Superman through Ultraman's chest speaker. And Superman tells Crypto, get the toys. And Crypto eats all the cameras. And that's, again, it does the mouth on the camera. That's the last thing the cameras see every time. And I just kept laughing every time I see it. I was like, it just reminds me of
I did enjoy that fucking part. I don't like Crypto as an idea. Like, I don't like it just seems like the rat creature in fucking Suicide Squad. It just seems like, yeah, why does this dog have a fucking cape? I get that it's in the comic books. It's just like, it's very stupid conceptually, but I did like that part where he just starts eating the damn things.
Yeah.
I just feel it's very James Gunn to have some fucking random, almost human intelligence animal. He just keeps doing that shit over and over.
Well, that's why I liked Cryptos, because he didn't seem like to have human intelligence. Everything he did was like, that's dog stuff. Like, get the toys.
Well, it's like I Am Groot. I Am Groot is
Kind
barely...
of, yeah. I see what you're saying. So Superman gets the upper hand on Ultraman, and that's the point where he knocks him into the black hole through the anti-proton river, and Ultraman.
Well, you find out that he's a clone.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, he gets knocked to the floor. I'm sorry, I skipped that. Gets knocked to the floor. After the we skipped over that part because we got sidetracked. Engineer covered him in nanites. He flies straight up with both of them attached to him, and then he does a dive bomb, and it knocks Engineer out of play. So he's able to get all the nanites off him, and then we see Ultraman is actually a clone of Superman. Who would have
Dun dun dun. And that is the twist from the Boys comic. Is that Black Noir is a clone of Homelander, and the TV
Full
show
circle.
And the TV show is not doing that for some reason.
It's just fucking retarded.
Because the TV show refuses to be good. It looks at
It's
good
really
and goes,
We'll have to do an episode on the Boys sometime.
We
or
should,
something.
after it ends, we should do like a big like Boys like finale discussion.
I'm happy to do that because I'm like I didn't read the comic books. I did the YouTube thing where I somebody did the whole thing and I know the whole story. Why the fuck wouldn't you do that? It's so good.
Yeah. So Superman, now having defeated Ultraman, gets the little line where Mr. Trivia is like, "Hey man, stop messing around," and Superman's like, "I'm doing important stuff." I felt like that part, that little line, even though I did like it, it was a charming little line. I feel like we could have edited that out. I don't think we needed that. Like you could have just cut to Lex Luthor and Superman showing up. I do like that you see like Lex Luthor's talking and you see his eyes like look off in the background and he starts running, and then like Superman busts into the office and gives him the whole speech of like, what makes me strong is being human. And as far as like Superman speeches go, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't a choice. Like, okay, Lex Luthor is always envious of Superman. It was a choice to have Lex Luthor go, I admit I'm envious of you, but you could fuck up the world, so fuck you. Like that is a choice.
I feel like Lex Luthor would have never admitted to being envious of Superman. Never to Superman. Maybe to like someone like in prison or something, as like a confidant. And like finally, like, I guess I'm envy his power, like. But I kind of felt like that was like one of the bigger like, nicks at Lex Luthor's character for me, was just like he would be too arrogant to admit that.
He created a pocket universe just to fuck with it, like
he created a whole war and genocide just to have an excuse to kill Superman.
On top of creating a pocket universe where he hides his ex-girlfriends. Like, he's not gonna be like, oh, I guess I'm jealous of your big dick energy.
Yeah, Lex Luthor is like, I've never been dumped. All those girls died.
I think it's bad. I don't know what happened. So this is my favorite moment of. I don't want to say it's my favorite moment of the movie. It's definitely my favorite moment of the finale. And James Gunn straight up stole it from Joss Whedon.
From what?
So Superman gives him the whole speech, right? Lex Luthor gives him the whole speech, and Lex Luthor starts yelling at him, and he's like crying, which I don't really care. I'm one of the people that when I get mad for some reason, my eyes start watering, and when I'm hurt, I start laughing.
You're
whatever.
You're soy
Sure.
like Lex Luthor. You're soy like
Lex Luthor. So I don't really care about that. But while he's talking, he doesn't see Crypto sneak up on him, and Crypto literally grabs him by like the back of his pants and does exactly to him what the Hulk did to Loki.
Oh, he slams the shit out of him.
Yeah, he throws him around. Yeah,
But he does it like a dog with a chew toy, which I'm like, James Gunn, this is what Tarantino means by real filmmakers steal. Like hacks do homages, real filmmakers steal. This is how you steal. Like you stole it directly from the Avengers and I knew it when I saw it, and I still smiled. It was like, that was great. I don't even care that he stole it from the. That's a great little tag for that scene. Just have Crypto get the final, like, Superman never lays a hand on Lex Luthor once in the whole movie. Crypto does all his dirty work.
I think I had the exact opposite reaction. I was like, "You fucking stole that, you piece of shit hack." But whatever.
I liked
We're
it.
different.
I like I don't mind when people steal when they do it well. You know,
No, I enjoyed it, but I was like, "You fucking stole that, you piece of shit."
Johnny Ken does have a aversion to homages. So
Yeah, to homos. I hate homos. Wait, what did you say?
he doesn't like it when filmmakers reference other filmmakers.
No, I don't. I think it's lazy, and
You
that's
know
all
what,
I have to say
Ken?
about it.
You're entitled to have that entirely wrong opinion.
Okay, my position is I found it kind of funny when Crypto threw Lex Luthor around like a rag doll. However, Ken, the Maniac is basically Batman and Judge Dredd. So you're talking to the wrong guy. All right.
Dude,
Yeah, I am surrounded by hacks.
Ken,
That's my life.
the first scene of Johnny's comic book, The Maniac, is the Maniac's just driving fast, and there's a bicyclist just on the road, and the Maniac door checks him. And the cops see him and go, "What the fuck, Maniac?" And they go over to the bicyclist, and they pull out his ID, and it says, NAMBLA card member Josh Moon. And they're like, "Oh, we should have never questioned the Maniac."
And then the Maniac says, "Fucking cyclists."
Yeah, he had no idea it was Josh Moon at all. He didn't care. It's just a cyclist. Fuck that guy.
Wait, Josh Moon's a real person.
That's
No. I came up with an original character
Yeah.
for the Maniac to kill.
he's a
Don't
weirdo
you
that
get me into a lawsuit,
he's
man.
a weirdo that runs a website about
No, he's a fictional
cantaloupes.
character.
He runs
He's
a
a
website strictly about cantaloupes and farming of cantaloupes.
And
It's a
little
li-
boy.
Why did you name him Josh Lunar? It would have been so much easier. Like, why?
Jimmy Lunar.
Yeah, Jimmy Lunar.
No, look, I came up. It came to me in a dream. This great name,
dream.
Joshua Moon.
It was
Joshua Moon is the perfect name for a file.
Definitely
It just came to me in
not.
a dream.
Definitely not
fell
inspired
off
by
a
anybody
toilet
that
and
has
had
anything to do with kiwi
headache.
farms. Not at all.
no.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What is that website? What?
Lex Luthor is, I'm assuming, taken to prison. They really don't show what happens to him. You just kind of assume he gets arrested. Superman is back at his Fortress of Solitude, and just like the beginning of the movie when they're like, "We're gonna play a video of his parents to soothe him," this time you see videos of Ma and Pa Kent rather than Jor-El and Laura-El, and it kind of got me. I'll be honest. I was like,
Yeah,
"Aw."
I didn't hate that. I didn't hate that part.
I was like,
Wait,
"Yeah,
did we skip? Did we skip Supergirl being a drunk slut?
not yet. That's
No,
the
that
end of
comes
the
at the
scene.
end.
That's the end of the scene."
It's the very
Yeah.
end.
So, like, while he's sitting there and he's sunbathing, essentially, you hear like a crash, and that's when Supergirl stumbles in a jacket, and she goes, "Where the fuck is my dog?" And then Crypto bolts over to her and knocks her off her feet and starts dragging her around, and while she's like giggling like a crazy person. And Superman explains to Robot 4, who he's now dubbed Gary, that she likes to go to planets with red suns so she can get drunk. Now, how she gets back, I'm assuming she hitchhikes.
Yeah, hitchhikes.
More like
So
dick
yeah,
hikes. I see what you're saying.
so Supergirl is played by Millie Alcock, the girl who played young
That's her real
All
name?
the cock,
man.
really?
Alcock.
She gets all the cock.
Not
She doesn't have
Alcock,
a
Alcock.
fortress of. She doesn't have a fortress of solitude. She has a fortress of everyone is invited.
If Superman had his way, it'd be the Fortress of Chastity. So we find out she's a party girl. She takes off with her dog. Superman's been house sitting or dog sitting the whole time. He went through all that hell for a dog that wasn't his, and it
He's a good
explains
guy.
why he doesn't listen to Superman at all. Like why he's kind of a shit.
Well, he said it in the beginning. This isn't my dog.
Well, no, what he says at the scene with the imp in the background, he says it's kind of a foster situation, which doesn't really tell you
Not
much.
his dog. It's not his dog.
It tells you that he didn't start off with a dog. You don't know at that point whether or not it's like now his dog. You know what I mean? Like
Foster situation implies he's like, well, I have to take care of this dog. But then at the end, you're like, oh, it's someone else's dog.
yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of looking forward to Supergirl.
It could be fun. It could be fun.
It's supposed to take place, as far as I know, it's supposed to take place mostly off Earth, and it's gonna have Lobo in it, and I'm fucking in for Lobo.
Lobo? Okay, I'm in.
Jason Momoa as Lobo.
Yeah, I know who they got.
It's just fun. I saw this funny fan art where it's Supergirl from this movie, but she's holding a bottle that's half empty, and she's like, "So you're Jimmy, right?"
Yeah, that would be pretty funny. She's Kryptonian, so she'd be like, his dick is weak. Like he can't.
No, that's why she goes to Red Sun planets, so any guy could fuck her. She would just bring Jimmy to a Red Sun planet.
So that's the whole concept, right? She goes to other planets just to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Well, all right, that's pretty great.
It's different than the last Supergirl. It's different than the CW Supergirl, who's like just as much of a Girl Scout as Superman's a Boy Scout. I like the contrast.
It's relatable. I would probably do the same thing if I couldn't get
Yeah,
drunk
you're gonna
on
make her like a trashy fucking millennial like party girl. Like she's gonna be kind of hateable but like lovable at the same time. All right, so all in all, gentlemen, would you guys recommend this movie?
Yes, 2 thumbs up.
I would definitely recommend it. Ken, how about you?
Yes, a thumb and a half.
Thumb and a half. All right, yeah. I think we mostly positive. Like I said, there are a lot of plot issues, but I think overall, the characters and the actors who played them, I think they overall like made the movie great. Like it's not great written, but it's a great movie.
You're both paid by Baravia, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, big Baravia.
So I really enjoyed it, and I hope it. Right now, it's at a little over 400 million. I hope it gets up to 700 because that will just mean more good things from DC. And
it will suck if the sequels are more Marvel because it didn't make enough money. Yeah.
Thanks to Johnny Rocket for joining us on Burp Popcorn. It's a pleasure having you, sir.
Thanks, Johnny.
I loved being on. Let me know what you want to do for next time. This was good.
Absolutely. If there's any
if
movies...
you could take over for Semper, that'd be fucking amazing.
Just push that old man out.
Keep this in here. I want him to hear this.
I'm gonna be honest. I've heard the name Semper Reloaded. I've never seen what he has done.
Imagine what you do if you gave up on life and 20 years from now. That's Semper Reloaded.
Just imagine there's a hole through your green screen that's close to Semper Reloaded. Like he painted his wall green, and one of his daughters put a hole through it. So for the longest time, there was just a hole behind him in the wall through the green screen.
And you just say "girl boss" a lot.
Yeah, so you gotta say woke.
Woke.
You basically gotta say everything that Gary from Neurotic would say.
Oh, that's painful.
I know. Accent.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks again to Johnny Rocket for joining us. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We will see you guys for the next one. I don't know what it's gonna be.
The Maniak! The Maniak!